It's a very special episode of Kiddush Club, and just to introduce it, the Jewish podcast world is a really small world. And when we have another podcast with us, like that is the best case scenario for us. So we're today with a person that, well, two guys, but one of them is known as Clappy, who also is known by Izzy Rant.
It used to be Izzy Rant.
And
my co-host, Frank, decided to change my name to Clappy. He says it's more happy.
By the way,
I do a smart move.
It really works. So we're also here with Moshe Frank. They are the hosts of the Frank and Clappy show.
Thanks for saying Frank and Clappy.
Clappy and Frank show.
It's
Clappy and Frank show.
Okay, all right. I'm entitled to that small mistake.
No, you're actually accurate. So
yeah, right. Of course, you would feel that way.
First of all, thank you so much for having me on your show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give some name dropping. I was in a Pesach program.
Ooh. Morocco? Was it Morocco?
Heimische place, beautiful Heimische place, upstate New York.
Okay.
FFH, and I bump into Yaakov Wenger.
Ooh.
And he's like, "I love your show." Blah blah. I was on his show, kind of Kosher Money, his brother's, the one that his brother hosts.
Sure, Kosher Money's tremendous.
And he tells me, "Clappy, you have to go on other people's podcasts." He's like, "You're not going on other people's podcasts." And I said, "Moshe tells me we have an invite from Kiddush Club." He's like, "You have to go on Kiddush Club. What are you waiting for?" So I call Moshe on Chalamayit. I call him up. And I'm like, "We got to go on Kiddush Club." He's like, "They're waiting for us." And as you guys know, we came last week, and it was totally your fault.
Yes,
that was your fault.
That was me.
100% his fault.
I made a scheduling mistake. I don't know how I missed it. I guess I was looking at the calendar, and I was like, it's the Sphira, and it's Shavuos, and the days.
no,
And I confirmed the wrong day.
it made us feel more chashuv to come to know, like the guy misses, like the guy's there, he's not there, he isn't there.
Yeah,
so it's good. You played hard to get. It was well played out.
He felt really bad.
But
really bad.
the first thing I said to them is, please accept my apologies for last week, because we're not easy to get to.
And by the way, I don't think that ever happened to us in all the years. It never happened. So you
I
had
wanted
the
to
schutz
take-
of being the first ones to show up to the studio when no one was here.
I wanted to take 1% responsibility, but my partner Moshe sends me a WhatsApp screenshot of you guys saying, "Come this date at this and this time." So I'm like, "Okay, we're going to the city tomorrow for this interview." I was like, how do we schedule our day around it? So from Shachris to meeting advertisers,
He's laying it on.
to going to
Lay it on, baby.
We
I
left.
got all this.
It was 100% him, not
Yes.
me.
By the way, they let me know all of it ahead of time. I already got all the guilt. I really felt terrible. I
love it.
We were
it's
on
so hard.
47th Street, rushing people that we can't speak to them because we're going to do it. By the way, you know what an idiot you feel like? You get to the door and you're like, "Could you buzz me in?" And you're like, "Buzz you into where?" I'm like, "I'm at your studio." And you're like, "What? It's next week." So good.
Clappy, you have enough to drink there? Are you getting this? Could you take a picture, please? We got coffee. We got Perrier.
Whoa.
We got Dr. Pepper.
Don't brag about
What
your
else can we
coffee.
What else can we give you?
This coffee is nasty.
What's wrong with the
I see
coffee?
the Keurig machine. I see the Green Mountain. I don't know, a
Hold
dark.
up. We offered you. We have the Keurig machine with the Green Mountain and the Bustelo. We have the Nespresso right next to it. We offered you the Nespresso. Then we had a plethora of options in the fridge of cold Dr. Pepper, because we know you love Diet Dr. Pepper.
Diet Dr. Pepper is great.
So, you know what I mean? We really... And he takes... I just find it funny watching him take a sip of Dr. Pepper, then a sip of Perrier, then a sip of
Hold
the
on, we're
coffee.
paying a lot of money for parking. We're trying to get our money back somewhere. That's it. So hopefully the drinks will level out. That's it.
But I'm just saying, when you hear a person complain about coffee that's too bitter, it means that they're not a real coffee person.
Oh, shots fired.
I hate to say it.
They're
I'm
guests.
sorry.
They're
I know.
guests.
I know.
I'm used to coffee that billionaires drink.
Oh,
I have
shots fired back.
I have very wealthy relatives. I'm not. I don't have that necessarily enough wealth, but I have very wealthy relatives who get this brewed stuff in some barista in Queens, sweet clear. I think it's like $100
Sweet
for
leaf.
sweet leaf. It's like $100.
Wait,
for,
are they paying us for this? Why are we name drop? No, I'm kidding. It's fine.
By the way,
You guys are Machbet also with
we
the
have
name.
this.
Yeah,
I have
come
this. Moshe and I have this argument on the podcast. If he says the name of a company, I'm like, hey, they didn't pay us for sponsorship.
Same.
We mention it and then we send them an invoice. That's what we do.
We need to learn from these men.
The truth of the matter is that in as much as you're right, you should have a sponsorship for mentioning a name. Again, it is going to give them a boost. But I'm not against mentioning it all of the time, because that, like, amongst those people, they're going to be bragging about it. I mean, think about when you look at Joe Rogan's podcast, he'll mention anybody at any time, companies, whatever, and they take that clip and they run with it, and it only makes him more popular.
Right.
So not everything has to be about money, because you're going to get a net gain.
We hope.
It's not tit for tat.
Right.
But we had a sponsor for 2 months, maybe 2.5 months. I was just running through the invoices, maybe about 10 weeks. And now they took a pause. One of my guests came on the show and thought he's doing us a favor.
By mentioning him.
He was going on for 5 minutes. How
Did
great.
you cut it?
No, we let it go. But the company he was mentioning sends me a message. You see how popular I made your show that people brag about my company. I'm like, dude, hey, chill.
That's great.
Well, that's the opposite side of the sword.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so back to we cut him off in the middle of the coffee. So they buy the sweet leaf coffee, and you were going to say,
Hey, my wife buys this. We get this fancy coffee machine, $500, and it was
podcast business doing well.
400 on sale. And she asked my brother-in-law, Chaim's like, oh, get this sweet leaf. It's so good, blah, blah, blah. So she orders it, and it's really good. So now it's like the standard run-of-the-mill. Now my cleaning lady's drinking it all day long. Every time I pass by, she's pressing. And she's not taking the 3-ounce shots. She's doing like 20 ounce. But the better one is when she's leaving for the day, she takes one to go.
No.
Yeah.
She's
Living it up.
Okay, so that would annoy me. I guess we're all cheap Jews, but you know what I mean? But did you paid full price for that coffee machine?
No, $400. It was 25% off.
I mean, you were at B&H. You should have been able to get a pretty good deal.
B&H doesn't sell coffee machines.
Really?
So an average day, I get like a phone call from somebody in Monroe. They're like, I want to buy a hair blower, dryer, or whatever.
Wait, to your cell phone?
No, when I was in the call center.
Back in the day when
No,
you were
get
when you were.
calls, like,
So just to be clear, you used to work in B&H. How
I
long?
worked there for 14 years.
Wow. Until
5 months ago today.
Oh wow! So this is like you recently retired.
You know, he makes me appreciate. I don't think I ever worked for anyone in my life, or barely. Maybe
Wow.
a few months here and there. I got fired within. And he always once in a while, like, I could have been sitting in a cubicle. Like something goes wrong, he's like, Moshe, it's 2:00 now. If not for this, I would be sitting in a cubicle. So he reminds me to have a karasatay for our situation.
So is the full-time gig now the podcast?
Podcast and Judaica Arts and Antiques.
Wow, interesting.
What Judaica Arts and Antiques? What wholesale?
I buy and sell Judaica art and antiques. I buy at auction houses. I buy and sell from people's homes right off their seforim shafa. I got into the art business because of my co-host Moshe.
Well, at least name drop your website. Let people give yourself the
plug.
I don't have a website.
Oh.
I have art groups. So anybody that wants to join my art groups, 917-442-6603, send me a message and I'll add you to my art broadcast.
I actually know someone who would be interested. I know someone who buys and sells also. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So which one is more lucrative? That's the question.
They're both very good. We have a very long list of corporate sponsors today.
Excellent.
The media is more consistent. The book's up one day this.
Right,
one
you
day
don't
that.
know. You don't know when you're going to hit
this
a good
point-
deal.
at this
Paintings
point-
too?
I sell paintings as well.
Because paintings is a big business.
But do you have like old stuff, like original?
I
Like,
sell.
Clap, could you give people an example of what's considered
give you-
old Judaica?
yeah.
Give you an
Dealing
example
with-
of something. Today I sold a siddur. I'm not going to say the amount because the guy that I bought it off yesterday, it's coming up tracking for today. So it's already pre-sold. Most
Right.
of my stuff is pre-sold. The first Ashkenaz siddur printed in America is in 1848. So somebody showed it to me 2 days ago. I sent them a Zelle.
on
you
the
paid
spot.
for it.
On
You
the
paid
spot.
for
On
it
the
2
spot,
days
all
ago.
day, every day. This goes on every
You
day in
didn't
my
even.
life.
What is that? Like you
People-
didn't
people-
even price it. Like in other words, you don't know how much.
I
It's
saw
gonna be.
3 auction records.
Okay.
I saw 3 auction records. He told me a price. I sold him the money on the spot, sent it right to his company, and I get tracking the next morning, and it's already sold. I have to go to Flatbush to deliver it.
But you sold it after
Sold it.
you bought it.
He sent me a few pictures. I send it to my customers. I don't know if I told him that's coming tomorrow. Like, well, I'm not going to deliver it anyways till I go to his house in Flatbush next week and whatever. I don't know. There's no rush. My customers let me keep. I have boxes and boxes full of stuff that my customers don't even come pick up. You know.
Wow.
It's trust. It's a trust business.
Wow. How much? We let them know the range of how much it costs for that.
I sell stuff for $50. I sell. Well, this I ask people advice on all the Judaica stuff I sell. I have a few like 7-8 people that 7 years ago they would never answer my phone call, but when you buy from them day in day out, they take my questions very serious. So they told me that this could be priced easily between $1,200 and $1,500 based on
just for a siddur.
For a siddur.
It's
but
the first.
That's not even an expensive item.
Yeah,
I've sold seforim that are a down payment on a house. I'm saying.
Wow.
And it's not.
Like what? Give us an example.
I've sold seforim. I have to go through I could pull out my phone and go through auction records, but I've sold
some numbers. So you want
seforim,
some wild numbers.
No, I really want to know the safer.
I'll give you an example. A lot of the seforim I never heard of.
Like a handwritten Baruch Bear? Like, what are we talking about here?
So a lot of seforim, after I sell them, like I don't even remember that I sold them. I just have to look at the wire and ask my bookkeeper to pull up invoices. I don't even know. But like,
really?
I sold a safer for $33,000 a few weeks ago.
What was it?
I'm mixing up a few popular seforim, a Barbanel First Prince and a Shalon Nachas, anything printed in the year Nachas. Tafnun is like considered hot stuff.
How come? What's
I sold a Rambam a few weeks ago. I sold a Rambam. It's 4 volumes. It's sitting in the bookshelf in my house. It's the first Rambam with the Kesef Mishnah. The Kesef Mishnah is a Yosef Kura. I feel bad. My customers are probably gonna think I don't value them. Like I don't even remember. It was high numbers.
Wow.
It could have been.
That's amazing.
Could have been in the 30s.
Wow.
You know, there's.
Do you have a passion for that? Is that why you're in it?
Yeah, I was just going to ask that question because you need to have that like.
So yes. I've tried doing a lot of different types of sales throughout my life that I was unsuccessful because my brother always says, you have to sell yourself before you could sell something else. So when I speak to a customer and I grill them on a question about a product, I say, sell it to me. Once I believe in it, I could get on the phone with a customer and I could be extremely passionate about the product and then sell it to somebody else.
Well, that's Stam sales expertise. But the question is, do you have a passion for Judaica? Like, does that speak to you in any way, or it's just something that you saw an opportunity?
Like, do you pass by that Rambam set and be like, oh, look at that, and take it, you hold it,
so I'm gonna
sniff it.
I'm gonna answer.
He's not well.
I'm gonna answer the question very carefully.
I'm jealous. I want something like that.
I'm gonna answer the question very carefully. If there was no money involved, I probably wouldn't be so passionate about it.
Really?
There's people that don't buy and sell seforim, but they watch the records every single day.
Right.
They read up the bios. They go to look at it. I have a friend, he begs me to come to Yeshiva University Museum to look through the seforim. I said, Yossi, there's no money. They're not selling me anything.
Right.
He's like, it's all about the money. What are you, Jewish? So I'm passionate. How about this? A guy tried to get me into selling credit card processing. He called me 500 times and tells me how much residual income I can make. And many people try to do it. I'm licensed in life and health insurance, property and casualty insurance. I stopped renewing my licenses. I've never sold a single policy. In my life.
I kind of want to buy one from you right now.
Because
when you can't, it's hard. Buy a policy from Clappy. Yeah.
I was never able to get myself to be interested in it. So I happen to buy a lot of insurance for myself because I believe in the product. So I have multiple policies, disability policies. I probably have every policy under the sun. But I'm not passionate about selling insurance. I never sold insurance.
But you have found that passion for Judaica. It's interesting because it reminds me of the people that have passion for watches.
Yeah.
You know, those guys are all in.
Off the record, he's more into watches than seforim.
Really?
You're one of those guys.
Wait a second. Did you
You're
see?
one of those guys.
Did you
Why don't
see?
you guys know he
he's been outed.
He was spinning model number like Ziv the watch. Like, wow. I did not realize until we went to 47.
Did you see the most recent collab that is dropping tomorrow? AP and Swatch.
Okay, I want to just tell you something about this. I want to say something about the Swatch.
He clearly has.
They suckered me in.
Swatch.
My father-in-law, at the time, lived in London. My in-laws moved to America almost 3 years ago. Told me that Swatch and Omega made a collab.
Yeah.
Okay, I worked in B&H. Times Square was like a 17-minute walk. And for months of my life, I was running to this watch store every single day, thinking they're going to be worth millions. And every time she would wink at me, or one of the guys already knew me, he's like, we have one red left, we have one black left, we have one purple left. And each one was another one of the atmospheres, the spheres, like the moon.
The
and
moon,
the,
it's the,
and
I forgot the name.
Uranus. And I was dishing out. And every single time I bought a watch, it was, I think, $2.73 and 5 cents for the bag, and I was just swiping. Once or twice, I was able to sell a popular one for like $100 markup, like Vegas Mir.
Really?
And then I got stuck with them. And I'm gonna tell you something: they're garbage.
Really?
Garbage. The watch scratches by looking at it. The watch I wear
Because they
now-
don't have a sapphire crystal. It's
no,
a couple of
it's
$100.
plastic.
Yeah.
And they can't fix it. If you buy the warranty, they can't fix it. They throw it in the garbage, give you a new one. They said that it's glued on. They said they can't get rid of the face.
Well, there's
Garbage.
a lot of chatter about this Royal Oak swatch
Rebbe,
situation.
the buttons on the... I'm not wearing one today. The buttons on the swatch...
What are you wearing?
What
Is
are
that
you
a
wearing?
Bulgari?
Yeah.
The watch I wear is the Tissot Omega PRX. It's the best watch in the world under $1,000.
Let me take a look. Because you took it off.
You think he likes watches? You think Frank was right? And this is passion. Now we're seeing the passion.
Yeah. I can see his eyes are lighting up. It's a beautiful watch. It's got a lot of weight to it. But you don't believe in this Royal Oak swatch collaboration.
I have to...
Because I have seen the jewelers, the 47th Street
What is it made out
jewelers.
of? Is it an automatic or it's a
plastic.
battery?
It's plastic. I'm pretty sure it's automatic. It looked it from what I saw. But even the jewelers are paying now triple the price. Because right now, as we speak, it's due to come out on Shabbos, May 16th. And there's a line already from 5 days ago outside the Swatch
No.
store.
I believe
Yes.
it. No. It's always like that. They make
There's
it,
a line outside the Swatch store, and the jewelers are paying the people in the line up to $4,000 for a Royal Oak Swatch plastic watch. And what they're going to do when they buy it is ice it out completely and then sell it for
eBay, yeah.
$15,000.
Okay, so I want to just say something.
But Clappy's saying they're not going to get that money.
No, they're going to get... No,
think they're
in
gonna
the
get it?
beginning... No, whoever's online is going to make a ton of money. I promise you. Whoever's online is going to make a ton of money. Because
okay.
when I was going back every single day for months, all I was trying to do was to get the moon face.
Okay.
And while I wasn't getting the moon face, I was getting them, and then I was friends of mine that didn't want to wait on lines, and I was able to get one because the Manhattan store would get a few more every single day. So I did make 100 here, 100 here, 100 there. I actually one time sold or bought from your brother-in-law one of them. I had a friend that wanted one. I went to your brother-in-law's house, Tabi, and I paid like 150 over. There was like a small little like hack going on.
I mean, I have to be honest
right
with
now,
you.
he's cursing him. 150 on me. I knew it.
I have to tell you, the Omega collaboration never excited me. Doesn't excite me now. But Royal Oak, I mean, that's a watch. And the Swatch, when they do it in colors, everything that I'm seeing online looks amazing.
I'm not impressed. I'm
Yeah.
not a big AP fan. in general.
I think we should do products without cameras. You can check your phone. You can do all these things that no one knows.
Yeah.
All these
That's
people
why he's so quiet.
People are complaining that I used to pull out my phone in this room. Meanwhile, I'm using it to get questions on ChatGPT.
No, so usually when we do our cast, we're going through news and current events, and we have like a whole, a huge board that we go through. So we literally need it. But as we've been talking about it, I pulled up the Swatch AP collab here, some pictures of the watch. I wanted to see what it looked like.
So there's a pocket watch, but if you scroll up, you'll probably see the wristwatch, which is really where it's at.
I don't like the AP watches in general.
By the way, these collabs are the most dangerous thing in the world because they were paying people. You said 4,000. They were paying people, I think, $5,000 or $8,000 for the Tiffany. The Tiffany. There was a Tiffany Patek. Google the Patek, or is it Patek Tiffany or Rolex Tiffany? The record is $5.4 million US, and it sells now for $1 million.
Wow.
We're talking about literally millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Well, let me see. Which
Yeah.
one was it? Which
Yeah,
company was it?
It was Patek Philippe.
Patek Philippe, yeah. They were paying people, I think, $7,000 if they would get online. They would give them the company credit card, make them their number. It was like, I think, like 2 weeks in advance, how to strategize, how to get the watch. Articles in magazines about what went
Really?
into getting people online. And at the beginning, there was a Hong Kong auction. You could Google if it was Hong Kong. I think it was $5.4 US, like 7 times. Every Hong Kong dollar is times 7, whatever it was.
Okay.
I spent time in Hong Kong. So whatever. And now I speak to people on 47th. They said they could get it for me for $1 million any day of the week. Not that I ever had $1 million in my bank
and
account.
why would anyone Wait, I'm sorry. I don't get the whole watch thing. Personally, I'm not a big... You see what I'm wearing? I have a smartwatch. And you know what's great about this watch? It tells the time accurately. Unlike your watch and your watch and your... Well,
I'm also wearing a smartwatch.
But those watches, the automatic watches, I've had multiple brands. I'm not... my chas and I got one. And then I got my wife a gift. I've never encountered any one of these luxury brands that doesn't need tweaking and keeps time perfectly. Doesn't exist. None of these automatics.
They're all off by a few seconds a day.
Exactly. And then it accumulates.
Bro, it is.
Why would I want that?
It's a work of art, is what it is.
No, it's not.
It's craftsmanship.
Oh, it's not craftsmanship.
It is a movement. You could go and could be chaylik on the whole entire world. That's fine. You could do whatever you want.
Yeah,
but at the end of it,
it's
these watches, they command the money.
Yeah,
so what are you going to say? You can't get a Royal Oak watch for less than $40,000, and that's in stainless steel.
Okay, but it's only worth that because everybody else thinks this
good.
You're telling me?
Yeah, nobody's paying that for your smartwatch, no matter how good the time it tells.
You're bringing a raya from the world that pays insane amounts of money for a T-shirt. They sell T-shirts for $500, and it's the same T-shirt coming from the same factory in China. We know for a fact.
Yeah.
You want to name drop? We could name drop. What are they? Who are those guys who make the
Hermes?
No. The very popular one.
Kith?
No.
Supreme?
Lululemon. I know the factory where it comes from. One of my business associates, they get it from the same exact factory. It's coming off of the same thing. One of them costs 10 times the other. Why are people paying? Because people
Lululemon
don't
also
care.
has quality control, right? They're not letting anything go off the line.
No, but the factories that they're getting it from, that same factory. By the
welcome
way,
to the world of marketing and branding.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So don't bring me a proof. Oh well, everybody, it's a work of art. Rolex.
It is.
It's not. It's
It
the
is.
same junk.
No,
and it
it's
doesn't
not.
tell time. It doesn't tell time.
This is a hot take, by the way. This is not. No one's going to be
the
mosquing
watch.
to you.
They want the watch because it's a status symbol. That's what I believe.
Good, and they're willing to pay for the status symbol.
I just want to say, I want to just tell you.
By the way, if either of them walked in with a solid gold Royal Oak, it would be a different conversation.
However, Jewish men
They wouldn't cancel our first show. So
from Ashkenazic Jewish men do not wear jewelry. We don't have nose rings. We don't have tongue rings. We don't have rings. We don't even wear marriage bands. We don't wear bracelets.
You haven't seen this guy on the
necklaces.
weekend.
So the only way, the only accessory a rich developer, nursing home magnate, cash advance guy.
That's all he has.
The only thing you could wear is a fancy watch.
Right.
Maishi and I interviewed a guy 24 hours ago or 48 hours ago. It's aired 20 minutes ago. We put it up on our Clappy Frank show.
Who's the guest?
He's Maishi. What's your friend? What's his
his name
name?
is Dov Glick. He made him
From Australia?
no elevator business guy. He's in the elevator business.
And he's talking about not spending too much money and not floundering and spreading wealth. And Maishi's like, hey, how much is that watch you wearing? He's wearing like a $60,000 gold watch.
What was it?
It was a day date or a gold
Rolex.
Rolex,
Like a good Jew.
He caught him in the act.
Right. So at the end of the day, it is a status symbol.
Yeah,
And it gives people an idea, sadly, of who you are when you walk in.
that's why I'm against
Okay.
the whole thing.
Listen,
I
it
think
is external.
the whole reason we don't wear jewelry. Clappy just said, we don't wear jewelry. We don't wear, right? None of us have any
What's the
jewelry.
reason? What's the reason? Why don't we wear jewelry?
Halacha.
Okay, so the only thing that's acceptable is what he's saying is the watch.
It's Naval B'Shus Atayra.
That's
what it is.
No, I don't think
That's
so.
what it is.
I had a meeting this morning, the 5 down. I had to take the picture. A guy I was meeting with. Here, check this out. You see what type of car it is?
Mercedes.
What type?
Maybach?
Maybach.
Maybach.
yeah.
Maybach SUV. And then with a driver. Working on a sponsor for a podcast. And look, my car right behind.
What is it? I can't
The
see.
minivan.
2015 Toyota Sienna. I said I need to take. During the meeting, we walked out for a second. I quickly snapped a picture. I just wanted the contrast.
Just
Driven
right, the dichotomy.
By the way, Maybach's another perfect example.
Yeah.
Another perfect
with the
example.
driver.
It's the same car. They literally, Mercedes takes the same exact car.
Yeah.
They add a couple of bells and whistles, and then they charge you another $100,000 for it.
So I want to.
Maybach,
I want to make an interesting observation. When we go to the gym every day, we do the Stepmaster. So I just get.
Whoa! You guys exercise together?
We go to the gym every single day.
Wow, bro. We are.
Stairmasters.
I don't
we
know.
should do that.
I know.
I see
I'm
enough of
questioning
you,
our
though.
whole partnership,
I see
our
enough of you.
relationship.
I'm watching this guy on cars. His Doug Morano or something, millions and millions of followers. He does car videos. He's talking about that the highest Macher Knacker Speci cars, like the Maybachs and the Rolls Royce, the Phantoms and the Porsches and all these limited edition, whatever. He says the numbers are just sick. Because with the watches, a lot of them go up in price, and they're limited edition ones.
Right.
They're worth more money day one, so you made money by getting accepted to get the watch. He says the cars are the opposite. The minute you drive off the lot, a lot of them are 50%.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah.
And it's even worse. Their resale value are worse than Toyota Camrys. There's no resale value.
Wow.
If,
And-
you hold
and-
on, if you hold on long enough, they go up value.
I was going to
They
say
do
that.
very well.
No.
No, yeah. What happens is it reaches a parity. Like it keeps dropping, and then after a certain number of years, it stops, and then it starts going back up.
No, but he's saying a Rolls-Royce Phantom for $473,000. The day you drive off the lot, it's worth $225,
Correct.
whatever.
Yes,
so you
absolutely
just
true.
lost half your money.
Yep.
And guess what? The warranty, the longest warranty ever on these $1 million whatever crazy supercars are 5 to 7 years.
Right.
And after 7 years, whoever buys it is like a real Yitzhadif an idiot because you can't even service the parts. He
Right.
says some of the parts are impossible to find. You need boutique shops that can make them for you.
Oh my
It's a
gosh.
money pit, complete money pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, you have to be thankful that you're not that wealthy. You know what I'm saying?
That's what
Come
Clappy
on.
said it
Yeah,
originally.
yeah.
Hashem, you want to give me that in a sign?
Are you guys ever going to
down
go
for it.
public, or what's the
Whoa,
plan?
how did that?
I don't know. That
I
was
thought
a-
we're asking the
That
questions.
was a
What just
pivot.
happened?
That was a pivot if I ever saw one.
Wow.
Are you guys ever? You're not sure, or after your
So-
kids finish your duchim? or-
See, he's a
got a while, though.
perceptive guy.
Got a while
Also,
for that.
you know, you have to remember that we traffic in very different content than you guys do, right? So our podcast is a lot edgier. The stuff that we say is in today's climate, and you see what's going on in the world, right? You guys are from New York, right? So.
Heights.
Okay, Crown Heights. You see what's going on. You're in the city right now. You see the anti-Semitism is everywhere, and we're very obviously, totally we're a target for anti-Semites. Let's just put it that way, very easily. I got accosted. I spoke about it on the show. I got accosted on the street here in Manhattan. I was going to buy lunch, and they started screaming at me. Yeah, there was a protest, and they just started attacking me. Not physically, screaming. I recorded some of it.
You were wearing a yarmulke.
I was wearing a yarmulke, obviously, yeah. And I actually told the guy, I'm like, you're attacking me because I'm wearing a yarmulke? I thought you guys are not against Jews. You're only against the state of Israel. But you know nothing about me except that I'm wearing a yarmulke. And so they're no. And then one of the guys came with a megaphone. He put it into my face like this, and he was screaming at me on the megaphone for nothing, just because I'm Jewish. That's literally my crime. So I think we're in a crazy time. And so, yeah, I'm also a big chicken. If you listen to our podcast, you'd know. I'm afraid of everything.
So you're worried that people are going to accost you
Yeah.
for having a podcast?
Yeah,
Because
not for the podcast, but we also do. I mean, this guy's known, for his accents, and we've made some enemies.
Yeah, it's possible. We don't know for a fact.
We
you
know
think
for a
you're going
fact.
to become too famous?
We've had people who were supposed to come on to the show, and then they listen to it and they're like, "Oh no, we can't come." We had
You guys
Elon
are on
Gold.
hold on.
Elon Gold, who's right famous.
Yeah. Well, you're on 24/6. That's like super.
Yeah, no, to the Jewish world, but to the non-Jewish world, Elon Gold, he started doing like I don't know, maybe you were talking in an Indian accent, and Elon Gold,
Mexican it was.
yeah, and Elon was like, "You can't." He got serious. He's like, "You can't do that. Are you insane? You'll get canceled in a minute. You can't talk like that. What are you doing?" And then he said, "I don't know if I could be here with you doing that." You remember?
I remember
and
that,
it was
yeah.
all cut. We cut it out of the show. But Elon was questioning, like, "I don't know if I should have come because I could get in trouble just for associating with this guy."
Do you have how unique this is? We're kosher for the Jewish world, but unkosher for the Goyish world. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
The cancel culture sickness, disease has to be eradicated. It got way blown out of proportion.
Yeah, but
I
it's not going
understand not
anywhere.
using certain words for certain minorities and ethnic groups, but lately
Say it. Go. I see you want to. I see you want to say it. Just use
you
one
can
of the
never
words.
say
I'm
the
kidding.
N word.
Yes,
You can
that's
never
true.
say the S word. I don't know. There's different words for different
a lot of words.
But that, of course, I agree with not using those words that are But
Yeah.
But today you can't say anything. Everything cancel culture.
Yes.
Jackie Mason used to make the joke.
Oh,
We're like with
he's
the cancel
greatest.
culture. He's like the airlines want to hire thin pretty women, but if you God forbid they have to hire all the fat ones as well. He said there was one lady they hired as a stewardess. She was so fat she couldn't walk across the aisles, so she stood on the back of the plane holding all the food, and they announced on the PA system that it's a buffet today. It's like how crazy are we gonna get?
Okay, but now that you asked us a question, let's ask you a question. Why'd you you were at B&H, Maishi, where were you before the podcast?
I am always in between jobs. So.
I love that.
No, I'm a creative entrepreneur style. I have an idea and I go after it.
Okay.
So,
Wait, so it's worth mentioning that Moshe has an Instagram channel that is, I think, well over 100,000 followers.
not so well, just a little bit over.
A little bit over.
Okay.
Called
That-
Everyday People.
X everyday. People.
X Everyday People.
right.
Where he just interviews people, like whoever he sees. He'll just run in and interview. And like I told you before, Maishi has a way of getting people
Extracting.
Yeah.
He's an
he has a
extractor.
way of just getting people to talk and talk and talk. It's unbelievable. It's a talent. It has to be.
But how did you end up getting into this business?
First of all, I want to compliment Moshe on this talent. He's
Ooh.
probably the best in the world of getting anybody on the street and bring out their good stuff, to bring out the best juice that they have bottled up. Because he stops people in the street and he interviews them, and all of a sudden they're getting 5, 10, 15, 20 million views, where yesterday nobody knew who they were.
Wow.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, my partner here warned me about Maishi beforehand. He goes, listen, I'm just letting you know, this guy knows how to extract stuff, so you better be careful.
And you know why I say that? Because he did it to me. You know what I'm saying? Out of the blue, he just calls me on WhatsApp, and he's just. And after like 45 minutes, I'm like, what is going on here?
What did I
How
just
did this
say?
guy get everything out of me? Because I don't really volunteer information.
No, this guy's the most private person I know, by the way.
Him.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
He does a lot of public type of work. So that's what's funny. Like,
Yeah.
Eventually, it's gonna
Gonna
crack.
catch
Gonna
up with
catch up. No, he's the type of guy. No, this
It's
is
a
true.
secret what he does for a living, but he does. Besides super public products, he does other public things. I'm
Yes.
not saying anything.
It's
Uh,
true.
no,
But
no,
wait,
no,
to
no,
be
he-
fair,
no, no,
they're
he-
all side hustles.
He's a private person in his private life. How about this? We're in shul, and he's not in shul, and so I know he went to Mexico because we do the podcast together, but I'm not allowed to tell anyone. So people are like, "Yeah, you know, where is he this week? I don't see him in shul." I'm like, I don't know. Is he? Did he go on vacation? I don't know.
I had a incredible story with Town Appliance.
Really? Is it good?
Amazing story.
Oh, great.
So-
Yeah. Otherwise, we were going to cut the whole segment.
So I'm married a few months, and I'm doing laundry in my mom's house because there was no washer dryer hookup in my one-bedroom apartment in 2012. And after a few months of schlepping schlepping all the laundry, my wife's like, "We're getting a washer and dryer. I have to pay a friend $450 to get the gas pipes and the water pipes and the heating pipe, whatever." So, and now I need a washer and dryer. Somebody told me call Town Appliance. They're very competitive on pricing, and they deliver to Crown Heights twice a week, or Brooklyn, whatever. So I call up, and I'm schmoozing with the guy, and he's like, the qubits and the stackables, but if it's not a stackable, I could do a side-by-side and give you a stackable kit. I'm thinking it's a whole kit. It's like in an envelope. It's like a piece of metal that you screw in, whatever. And I asked the guy, "What's your name?" And he's like, "Mordechai." I was like, "Okay, Mordechai, whatever." And then over the next few years, anytime I need to buy anything from Town Appliance, I call and I say, "I need to speak to Mordechai." And they always like, "Why?" I was like, "I need to speak to Mordechai." He gives the
What's
guy
it to you? Just give me
Give me
him.
Mordechai. Anyways, I'm the president of a shul, and when we renovated the shul, my contractor tells me that under the back where we have coffee for Shabbos morning, coffee and tea, whatever, we need a tiny little fridge to go under, and he gives me the dimensions, and I call up Mordechai, and I'm schmoozing with the guy for like 45, 50 minutes, and he's like, we get into a conversation, and I was like, I still don't know who he is. I think he's like a salesman that does like daf yomi or something, whatever. And we're talking about the expenses of life. He's like, I know, I got to help my kids and yeshiva, whatever. I was like, are you able to help them on the salary? He's like, we try our best. I was like, how long ago did you start working here? The kid's there. He's the owner. He's the owner of Town Appliance. And every time I need a $200 air conditioner,
You keep talking.
I'm shooting. And he.
By the way, this is the perfect time to plug Town
I'm
Appliance,
telling-
which we have to do.
I'm
Yes.
just telling you that when I see a truck that says Town Appliance, I'm like, the guy has been being harassed by me for years and never said, buddy, I'm the owner of the company. Seid mir gesund. Talk to Yachliente instead of me. And I felt guilty. Actually, I stopped asking for him.
He appreciates it. And by the way, Chevra, that story, by the way, this is a great story, I got to say. The fact that the owner was dealing with your $200 requests, it goes a long way in explaining the culture of the company. They're like super helpful. They have everything that you could possibly need, and there's no reason to go anywhere else. Townappliance.com.
There you go. The link will be in the show notes.
Yes, absolutely.
Talking about electronics, which phone do you have? I never saw that phone in my life.
The listeners know. This is an Oppo Find N5. This is a folding phone. Not like your iPhones. It's the same size as an iPhone. Exact same. It's got a better battery, and it's got a big fat screen. Yeah.
I just want to point out that the last
how gorgeous
person,
this is.
the last person that had that phone, things didn't end too well for him. That was Nicolas Maduro had that phone.
Yeah, it's a fact.
He doesn't have it
Fact
now.
check true.
Hold on.
Doesn't have it now.
Moshe, you go visiting him, no?
I recently started playing music in prisons.
Oh, hold up.
Wait, you thought now?
What's crazy is that we were going to go this whole thing, and this was never going to come up.
Right.
All right, I'm just making sure.
No, I am a musician.
What do you play?
I play piano sax, and I'm a bal tefillah.
Whoa.
It's a Frank thing,
I
whatever.
can relate, yeah.
And I played last
Last
Thursday.
week.
I played in the
Brooklyn Detention Center,
yeah,
where Maduro is being held.
2nd Avenue.
With
and
together
You're a
with Diddy.
liar.
Yeah.
1 second. Was Maduro in attendance?
He was not in attendance. He heard I'm not that good, so he opted out.
He said,
I don't want to hear that guy.
He said, I suffer enough. I don't have to hear his music.
But I did play it, and I'm going to continue.
Wait.
You think you're going to ever see him? Like, first of all, did you ask, like, where's Maduro and why isn't he here?
I was my first time there, so I was just trying to behave.
Right.
They're very into the rules. Are like,
Yeah, I imagine it's a strict
they're
atmosphere.
very tough there. So I'm just first time I'm behaving. So.
Wait, what made you decide to go to a maximum security prison to play music?
It's not a maximum security
It's
prison.
holding-
It's close enough.
No. It's not a real. It's not actually a prison, right?
It's
It's
a
a
holding
federal
what they call.
holding.
Yeah, but
right.
there's people that are stuck there for years. For Yena, you would think it's for a
No.
few days. It's not. People are there for
Until
Diddy was there for like 2 years.
Yeah.
No,
What are you doing there?
You know what I was?
Why are you
Are
going
there
there?
from people there that you're trying to, like,
There
be
are.
Makarev?
Don't
I'm
answer
there
that,
to
it's
be
Lashon
Mesamech Yidden. It's nothing to do
But
with
Yidden, there's
Makarev.
Yidden?
There's no upsell.
Is
It's
there-
just
He can't say names. There was 3 people that he told me that were there that were quite famous Jews.
Really?
No names.
What?
No names.
anyway.
Okay,
the
wait,
point
we're
is, I'm
gonna
there to
pause this.
Mesamech Yidden. What?
He
We'll
wants
pause-
to get the
we'll pause the
names.
cast, and you'll give us the names.
No, I was there just. I noticed I keep on driving by this prison, and I'm always telling my kids, "Oh, you see that prison? This guy's there and that guy's there." And then eventually, I'm starting to feel guilty. Like, why can't I just volunteer? When I was in Shiva, Chabad guys, we do a lot of prison visiting. Clappy himself did a month or 2
I've been
months.
to at least 50 prisons.
Really?
Yeah, it's
at
like
least
a Chabad
50.
thing. You just
Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland. I crisscrossed for 7 weeks.
I've
I've
never
been-
even seen a prison.
So I was crisscrossing actually Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland. Me and my friend, we crisscrossed those states every day, going between 1 and 4 prisons every day for like 6 weeks.
Amazing.
And one Friday we drove like to the tip of West Virginia. I think it's the capital, Morganville, West Virginia, and we get to a big campsite. It's like minimum security. It's all women, and we got like a huge crowd, like 70 women showed up. I don't know how many of them were actually Jewish, and I'm giving them a drasha for Dvar Torah for like an hour.
No.
And I asked, I don't know why, they gave me the drive on the van back to our car in the parking lot. I asked the lady driving the car, I said, I don't know what made me ask me. I was like, anybody famous ever came here? She's like, Martha Stewart. She's like, you don't even know the media, the attention we
She
had.
loved
whatever.
the Dvar Torah.
What's this? She gave business classes to all the prisoners.
Oh, that's nice.
She was the model prisoner. Model.
course,
While she
of
was
course.
there, she couldn't do anything. But after she left, she used to send turkeys and linen from her bed linen company.
that's nice.
She said, like, she really, like, it was amazing.
I tell you, that's the part of prison that kind of rehabilitates people. Like,
Yeah.
Martha Stewart was never giving business classes. You know what I'm saying? You throw her in a prison, everybody just wants to do whatever talent they have inside,
No,
it
it's-
suddenly comes out.
What an opportunity! Like to be in prison with Martha Stewart, a hugely successful.
I mean,
businesswoman.
probably most of those ladies are not getting out. You know what I'm saying? It's not like
No,
they're going
that's
to
not-
go
they're-
ask
it's a
Martha
minimum
Stewart
security.
for a
It's
job.
minimum
No, so
security.
people that serve 25 years already in maximums, and they're about to, like, get out, the last year or two, they get put into this camp, a minimum security. At that
interesting.
point, they're not such a risk.
Right.
Interesting.
You know, it's Chabad does all that type of work. And as an aside, you know, when I look at our own guest list and our guest episodes, I want to say that most of them are Chabad
Yeah.
people.
It's interesting.
Isn't it crazy?
Really?
Because
Yeah, it
Chabad
just happens
is,
to be that they
It's
were
not
all
that it
Chabad,
happens
yeah.
to be. It's
Who
not.
else?
It's not that it's not by chance. It's that Chabad will take any opportunity to put out the word
Yeah.
about Judaism and about Hashem
Rabbi
and about
YY
goodness.
as an example.
Was he a guest here?
Yes, he was a guest.
Wow.
Rabbi Manis
Which chair did he sit in?
Friedman.
This chair?
No, actually,
We went to him.
yeah, we went to
Rabbi
went to
Manis
Monsey.
Friedman. He was here.
Yes,
Even Yoni Z.
Yoni Z. Yep.
Even Eighth Day.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking off the
On
top of
and
my
on,
head.
yeah.
On and on. It's just the Chabad guys.
It
They
always
just
ends up being
they
Chabad.
want to publicize. They want to get the word out.
Yeah, that's what
about
they do.
Yiddishkeit.
That's Chabad's whole
You know,
thing, right?
and then you look at the Litvaks and some of the other sects of Judaism, and it's like, no, I don't have time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's why you have different flavors. This flavor, Chabad, this is what they do. They outreach.
Very conducive for podcasting. Yes.
Also, I just want to say, in entertainment, in the Jewish from entertainment world, most of the entertainers are Hasidish or Chabad. They're not Litvak. All the singers.
Shweki?
Or Sephardic. Litvaks are naturally, they're more inward.
Yeah.
You'll see all the singers.
Introverted.
Introverted.
Yeah,
You see all the
introverted,
choirs.
yeah,
The
yeah.
choirs where it's blatantly obvious. You go to the simplest, every single choir is Hasidish pace. Like
I'm thinking about it now. I'm
the
actually
singers,
I'm trying to
MBD,
disprove you, and I'm thinking in my head
Avram
like,
Fried.
yeah,
Who are the big guys?
yeah.
Morty Shapiro.
is the exclusion.
Right.
So, Benny Friedman. I mean, who are the top guys getting paid the most money? All
Chabad.
Hasidish.
Right.
Hasidish and Chabad,
Chabad. They're more. And I just had a meeting today with Pivot Marketing, and he was telling me, he said he prefers Hasidish workers and Chabad workers. He says Hasidish because they're more open-minded, and he does marketing for all the biggest Litvish companies and everything. But when it comes to hiring, he prefers Hasidish and Chabad. He says, Chabad, they're half goyim. They know how to write English, but they like the girls are davening mincha middle of the day. So he says he loves that blend. He loves hiring Chabad people, and they're more open-minded. But he said the Litvaks in general are more inward, and even though they don't have beards, so they look more worldly, but he said in a weird way, Hasidim are a lot more open-minded.
I think because they're more comfortable with themselves, meaning they're not
And I
trying.
thought that-
They're not trying to portray something that they're really not. Like when you're a Hasidish person, you have your beard, you have your lavush. This is it. This is me. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to fool you and make you think I'm like you. But when you're a Litvak, let's say, and you're clean shaven, and you're almost trying to fit in, but you don't really fit in. So it's kind of lends itself to making you feel a little bit more self-conscious. Does that make sense?
Why do you think Litvaks are not proportionally represented in the Jewish in Haredi music world? Do you have any takes on that?
I do. I have some takes. I
So
don't know if I,
I
don't know if I
personally-
could say it.
You could
I
say
know.
whatever you want.
You guys are in 24/6. I don't know. I don't want to get you guys banned.
No, we're not going to get banned. I think I think part of it is, well, first of all,
And I grew up in Flatbush. I lived there for 20 years, so I have
so
a.
you're pretty worldly in the Jewish
I
world.
did go to Chaim Dick. I'm gonna have a little,
We got
No,
a piece of everyone.
I think first of all, Hasidim traditionally, historically, value music more than the Litvish world. That's as a to begin with.
Especially Mudgets.
Yeah, it's so like if you like on a base level, it makes a lot of sense, right? Second of all, I think with Litvish, I think that introverted that Sal was saying that the introverted, I think I don't know if it's introverted, but it's more of it's a constant question of is what I'm doing the right thing, whereas I don't see that Chassidim. It's a way of life. Litvish is I have to question everything that I'm doing.
Right? Shouldn't I be learning?
Am I doing
know
this?
I'm singing,
Right.
but shouldn't I be learning?
Exactly. Everything's a
Akira,
question.
Akira.
It's a
It's
shaila.
Bittul Tyra.
Right. But if you're Hasidish, you have your life and you have your culture. It's etched in stone, and then you're just basically free to do what you want at that point. Whereas with Litvish, it's a constant battle. And I'm speaking even from ourselves. I think we fall into that category to a degree, even though we're doing this podcast. But
No, I definitely should be learning right now.
yeah, no, I
For
constantly,
sure.
no, I constantly in my
You
own
got
mind.
guilt. You got that guilt.
Always, I'm constantly feeling guilty. How much am I learning? And Baruch Hashem, I learn. I learn every day. I learn a
So I
decent
think
amount.
Chabad has that guilt thing when it comes to Kiruv.
Right.
So probably the fact that I'm playing music in prison is probably that guilt.
Right.
Not,
Interesting.
not
Right.
probably 100%.
So that's an interesting.
that's
That's
exactly
an interesting
what it
point.
is.
Like
That's
the
exactly
the
what it is.
Litvaks have the learning guilt.
Yeah.
And it's like, how much did you learn today? And when you talk to Chabad, it's like, how many people you makarv today?
Right.
How many people
Like
did you put
that's-
filling on with today?
Right.
Right. And if you didn't do any, you feel guilty.
And that's really what I think. And when
I mean,
was
look at
saying
Yossi
it-
Farrow. He's like a gadol hadar at
Oh
this point.
my God, he is a legend.
Yeah.
he is a legend.
But I really believe that guy was speaking for myself, like even my own self. I mean, my co-host here knows that even when we record, I constantly questioning our content, constantly questioning halachas and could we say this? Could we not do this? You know what I mean? We're not, as much as we seem like we're freewheeling, we're not. And you mentioned 24/6. We're constantly questioning ourselves. Is this okay? Is this going to offend? Is this going to do? it's a constant battle.
Yeah,
And I
maybe
think
we
it's
should be doing less of that.
Yeah, but it's a Litvish mindset.
We have this. We are dealing with this question every single day, on what type of guests we should be having on our show,
Right.
and what is going to cause anti-Semitism or not going to cause anti-Semitism, or if they're going to hate us because they ain't us. So how much do I have to dance around? And I'll give you an example. Maishi, it's okay to give this example?
He doesn't know what you're saying.
We had a video. Our producer dropped a reel one night. We put out reels and shorts on every episode that we produce, and I didn't even know about it. And my wife calls me up, and she's like, "Izzy, what the heck's going on? This thing has like 900,000 views like in an hour." I was like, "What are you talking about?" My sister's house. I put on the reel. It's basically, we had on a real estate guy that's talking about how he even says, "Don't call me about it. It's impossible." But there is a way to get Section 8 to pay your mortgage directly.
Whoa.
I saw this reel.
Not only does it have like 15 million views, but every anti-Semite in the world does a take of him watching the video to see his reaction. So cumulatively, it probably has like 30 million views.
Wow.
And people are telling me, like, how do you release such a video? It's going to cost. So first of all, I don't even know about it. Second of all, it's catchy. And third of all, they hate us because they ain't us. So, like, how much do I have to be careful? It's like, just for being you said that you were accosted in Scream Out because you walked by and they're anti-Semites. So
just for yarmulke.
So what does Das Torah say? I don't know. What do they say about anything you do? You have to, like, I don't know. What's the answer?
On that note, I do want to say that me and Clappy have the most viral From videos in the world.
Do you really?
Yes, by far. You ever see any of the From guys go viral?
Yes.
Who?
No. Are there From? Off the top of my head, pressure.
Off the top of my head, I want to say the Meaningful People clip with Amari Stoudemire went insanely viral.
Yeah, that was pretty viral.
As viral as ours?
I don't remember. I can't, like, I don't
I'm telling
measure.
you, I'm telling you it's not.
Where he was talking about, like I think Nachi was asking him, what do you find to be the biggest challenge now that you're a From Jew, because he did convert, and
I didn't see it.
and
You saw it?
he's
You didn't see
talking.
it. We,
and
me and Clappy didn't see it. It was so
a couple
viral.
of years old already, and he says Shmir Sinayim. He's like, that's the hardest.
I don't
thing.
know if that was so. It was viral in the Jewish world, but
Maybe.
was it viral?
Maybe
in the,
viral in the
world?
world?
I want
I
to
don't
tell you
know.
another thing I'm battling in the last 10 years, being on social media. Moshe and I talk about this a lot. Going viral in the From world always means that you're being shared on WhatsApp groups. And
Correct.
there's no statistic on how viral it really is.
We know that. We
That's
know
true.
that. Absolutely.
So-
you can't be in this business and not know that. Yeah.
So no, I'm just saying, like, I used to put out stuff, like hold my phone and say, Trump went down the escalator and CNN is lying about what happened. People were in the crowd. I was there. There was 1,000 people and they said a room full of people. I don't know. I don't want to get sued by CNN. I don't
You
know.
were there?
No, I don't even know which I'm talking about. But I'm saying,
Wait, were you actually there when Trump was going down the escalator?
I
No.
started making a lot of videos that day, June 15th.
Video or audio?
2000 Both.
Both.
No, but what I was saying was that I used to put WhatsApp stuff, and people would say, "Oh, I saw it," but you couldn't track it.
Right, you can't track it, yeah.
YouTube,
Yeah.
TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Yeah, at least you get some recognition. In the Hasidic world, they don't go on social media platforms.
Right.
But
Or
stuff
listen,
goes
should we
viral.
talk-
No.
What's the liquid deal? They do WhatsApp or
no.
no WhatsApp?
Some do WhatsApp. Social media, no.
In the deep in the Hasidic world, they just do emails.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how you know you're really viral.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get an email of a clip, then you know you've made it.
I want to say something. When somebody tells me email me, I know I'm never going to do business with the guy. Because when I meet a guy and I rip out my phone and I start showing him stuff and I WhatsApp him pictures and a minute later he's WhatsApping me back what he owns and what he collects and what his grandfather used to give him as bar mitzvah gifts. If somebody says send me emails of stuff, I know it's like we're not doing business. I've had an exception. One of the artists that I sell, and Moshe sells a lot in his own gallery, that's a popular Chabad art. His wife just died. He died 30 years ago. Zalman Kleiman. A guy from a faraway state said, I heard you sell Kleimans. Could you email me every one of the Kleimans you're able to get your hands on? Mm-hmm. And I was like, and I wanted high res, and I should be able to show it to people. He told me what file size, and I was like, I told my wife, I was like, Chani, I think we're going to make money, but this is so annoying. Like, if I have to open up an email to make...
I think it's a new way of saying the checks in the mail. Email me.
Moshe and I went to
At least he didn't say fax me. That would have been great.
Moshe and I went to a Chassidish guy's company. I'm not going to say who it was. We tried to get marketing dollars out of them for our podcast, and he's like, no, I deal with my own marketing agency. I was like, what has the marketing agency done for you? and his brother is in the same big office, runs up from his desk and he says, "They just sent me business cards." I said, "What? Business cards?" I was like, "What do you do with them?" He's like, "When I go to trade shows, I'm going to give people my card." I said, "Buddy, if somebody gives me a business card, I look for the
Straight
nearest
in the
garbage
garbage.
can." So, I don't know. The world's changing. WhatsApp is things happen really quickly.
Yes, everything's moving very quickly.
What other yeshivish approved podcasts exist? I'm just wondering.
That's a good question.
I don't want to be mean, but people stop me in the street every day and they're like, "Do you watch this podcast? Do you watch this podcast?" And I don't even know most of my competitors. I have no idea who they are.
Well, who are the from ones? Well, the Meaningful Minute, of course. Meaningful People. Yaakov Langer, Living L'Chaim.
They're all I think all three of those used to be one, and now they broke
Yeah,
up. And
yeah,
Kosher
yes.
Money owns Living L'Chaim.
Yes,
It's the same
yes,
thing,
yes,
basically.
Yes, correct.
So the Langers do their thing. Then
They
you
have
have
like 5 channels or something.
right. They
Yeah.
have different shows, so it's like a network.
Like a
What did
Jewish.
you say, Clive, how our podcast started?
Yeah, but did we not even cover it? We didn't
No,
cover
'cause
that.
it started with...
The podcast started because Moshe Frank over here, my partner in crime, has a channel called X Everyday People.
Right.
And it was never scheduled. I want to let the world know it was never scheduled. People say, "You guys planned this out." It was never scheduled. I'm heading to the train in the morning, and by divine providence, Hashgacha Pratis, a bunch of the times I'm running on the train, or you literally see me run. I'm on the 3rd step already. He's like, "Oh, Clappy, what do you say about the price of donuts?"
Yeah.
And a lot of those clips went super viral.
Yes,
And
but Jewish viral.
no, on Instagram, millions of views. I don't
really?
on TikTok,
Yeah.
Instagram. No,
Yeah, it's always fun to watch a Jew talk about like prices. You know what I'm saying? About other Jews selling things at
Is
too
that
much
my
money.
imagination? Didn't you guys talk about the donut clip?
Yes.
Yes.
So
Definitely.
that was how I started this conversation. I don't want to be mean. I don't even know I never heard of you guys. And somebody sent me the 9-minute clip. I'm on I have a WhatsApp group with 83 people. And I'm one of the admins. It's called the Moshe Vleitzim. It's like very exclusive. I don't let people on. It's very, very exclusive.
You have to be a real lates.
True that you have to be really rich because you're on the group for 14 hours a day. A lot of very wealthy people, actually.
Or unemployed.
Yeah, whatever.
It's one of the extremes.
Yeah, very rich or very poor. Yeah.
Or you're in a homeless shelter. Or
So a guy did me the chesed. He sent me, I think it was a 9-minute clip of Kiddush Club talking about my donuts, and it boosted my ego and self-esteem because I was on the train. I had to have like Wi-Fi between stops, and you guys were talking about if Clappy is fake or real, or it's a fake personality.
I don't even remember.
And you guys were going back. Is he real? Like, does he believe in what he say? Does he not believe? And then people were stopping me on the streets and saying, "Did you hear what Kiddush Club said about you? And what is your response?" And I'm here now a year later to say it's both. It's fake, like whatever, but it's also real. I mean, I do splurge. I also buy crazy expensive stuff that make no sense. But in that exact moment, when I'm in a deli takeout buying dinner because my wife said she's not cooking that night, and I see a donut because it was like a few days before Hanukkah, and I was going to ask, like, "Oh, I'll take one of those also for dessert." And I said, "How much is it?" And the guy said, "It's $10." I said, "What? It's $10?" And then the manager leans into the conversation and he says, "What are you talking about?" He says, "We have pistachios in the donut. You know, pistachios are like $10 a pound. And we have Dubai chocolate, which is like $100 a pound. And we have caramel custard that we fly in from France." He's like, "You know, we don't even make any money on this donut. This is chesed. We want to give back."
That was part of the clip.
And
yes.
that was the end. And that was like on a Thursday night at like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, and I go to sleep. And I'm walking to the train, and Moshe stops me and he says, "What do you say about the price of donuts?" I'm like, "What do I say about the price of donuts?"
So wait, this happened.
This
today?
happened.
Oh wow.
So we kind of had a hand in your podcast starting.
So
is what you're saying?
No. I'm giving you an example of stuff that went super viral. So because of the donut thing and your thing and whatever, and then he stopped me in the street and he asked me. I got out of the Uber coming back from Israel. I went with my wife last year for a week, and I was supercharged. I was like on a high from a week vacation. We didn't bring the kids. I was like,
skipping. So after that, I was nudging Langer to have Clappy on his podcast. He told me once that whoever asked us to come on the show, we never invite them.
Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah.
So, but Clappy had the schus of spending a full Pesach with one of the Langers at FFH. They clearly fell in love, and a week or two after he was on the show.
Ah.
Now wait,
Hold
just
on.
the FFH. Were you invited as an influencer?
So FFH, I was there for the last 5 years. I get a discount.
Mm.
I'm
He's a guy.
the guy by MC.
Ah, interesting.
But
All right.
now he does get offers from other hotels.
Yeah, do you take it?
A full ride and
Full
whatever.
ride's great. I'm waiting for us to get full ride
don't get-
Pesach trips.
We can't because again, nobody knows who we are.
But then what happened was.
But by the way, that's part of the fun. Figure it out.
Figure it out.
Go figure it out.
They're here, but you gotta
let's
find
do a
them.
tell-all here. After they filmed him, that day they offered you a show.
When I was leaving the studio, the kosher money guy,
Ellie.
asked me what do I think of the idea of potentially starting a show on their channel.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Oh my God, this is like the best thing I ever heard." And then a few weeks later, we had a few follow-ups, and they said that it's not going to work right now. Like they don't have the manpower for it. Whatever. I don't know. It's totally cool. And I'm very close to them. They're great guys.
They're great.
So I call up Moshe, and I'm like, Moshe.
We clearly have something.
No, because the issue that we always had is about doing long format podcasts is that we had a lot of success with 30 to 90 seconds. What happens if you go
30 to 90
past
minutes.
that? And I've never done
Right.
it in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I've never done it in my life. So going on their show, I think it's about an hour and 25 minutes, whatever. And it's not their highest rated show. It's 54,000 as of today.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the
Funny that
Gedolei,
you're checking it every day.
a lot of the
I get that.
Gedolei Yisrael have like 17,000.
He has a humble 54K. A humble 54K.
So I told Moshe, we are starting our own podcast. I don't care what. However,
So this is the part we dispute. We need to do some documents
Yeah,
searching.
let's get on the record.
Here's the part we dispute. I think I told him, so let's make our own show. Like very straight up, let's do our own show. He says, "What's the idea?" But we're going to go back to some WhatsApps and we will
I kind
do
of feel
full
like
discovery.
Moshe's probably more just because he's so much more sure of himself. Like about this, he's like no. You know,
I remember
But Lisa Clappy has the receipts. Yeah, he's offered a show.
right? That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So the
Actually, that's
next
true.
logical step is
to say, I'll
let
do
me
it
start
myself,
my
yeah.
own.
Yeah, that's a valid point.
I put a lot of pressure, and when I did the Googling and the AI or whatever, I'm not very tech savvy. My eyes, haben geworden Funster in Yiddish, like your eyes got black when I did it. 99% of people will never start a podcast.
Yeah.
Of those 1%, 99% of them will never go to a second episode.
Yes.
Of the fraction of a percent that will do it, won't go past 5. And the numbers keep getting worse and worse and
Yep.
worse. So I said to myself, why am I not going to be like everybody else? Like everybody starts the daf, and by daf chav gimel, Stefanski's left with 4 people. You know,
I'm still in it. I'm still
Well,
in
Yeah,
it.
but you're not in it with Stefanski. You
No,
know what I'm
that's
saying?
why
It's
he
But
Ellie
always-
I'm in it, baby.
He always says it's the yoimi, not the daf.
Yes.
Because if you're gonna fall off the bandwagon.
Yes,
So
yes.
just don't have guilt and jump back on.
Lamaisa, the way he gets them is with the 8-minute daf. You know what I'm saying?
Not really.
Yeah, that's how he gets people to get.
reels.
I've got 8 minutes. 8
Yeah.
minutes I have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once you schlep it out to an
It
hour,
works. It works for a day or two, and then it doesn't work.
But you know who I feel bad for? Bornstein.
Yeah.
Why? He's great.
My father Oni watches. Oni listens to Bornstein.
He's amazing.
My father's his biggest chassid in the world, and I think my father's like 3 times his
Why do you
age.
feel bad for him? He's
No,
super
because
popular.
he is amazing, but he's more onto the audio, and like Stefanski gets all the attention.
Yeah, because Stefanski is also a lot
More of an entertainer.
performative.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Good
it's for
morning,
that reason-
Rabbi Isai.
Yes.
And,
Yeah.
Exactly.
God bless him, and he should have tons of atzlacha. But that's exactly the reason I can't listen to him,
To who?
to Stefanski, because I when I'm in learning mode, like we're talking about Litvish and Chazis, when I'm in learning mode, don't joke around with me. Like, don't joke around. I'm learning right now. Don't
How
play
do
games.
When I do the daf, though, it's with Shirley Bornstein.
That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
As if you do the daf.
When I do
we
the
started
daf, I
the
just
daf
said-
together. You lasted what, a week?
A couple of mesechtas.
I don't think it was. It wasn't even. It wasn't
Couple of mesechtas because it was chazara for me.
even.
Yeah.
I'm 5.5
Litvish
years
show.
in.
Litvish show. I grew up on Flappers, lived there for 28 years. How do we feel about the biggest donor, Louis Shiner of Lakewood, latest son
Of Muncie, you mean?
of Muncie,
Muncie.
but he supports Lakewood.
Yeah, well, he's all over the Jewish world.
Lakewood.
Yes.
His latest son-in-law is a Chabadsker. How do we feel about that?
I love
in the
that.
yeshivish world. I just
I hear that.
historical moment. I just want to put it out there.
Yeah, but that's why he had to fly halfway across the world to get it done. You know what I'm saying? It was in Morocco, far from the far from the prying eyes. But yeah,
I don't think it was his first choice. I think we should stop sugarcoating it. They say the boy is a wonderful, wonderful boy. Amazing guy.
sure he is.
Everybody, I'm just saying, I don't think he called up a shadchan and said, I'm looking for a Chabad bacher with a big bushy beard to be my next son-in-law.
Just wondering, are you guys paying for our parking after canceling us last week? I'm just wondering if there are any perks. Because with soda, we try to catch up on getting soda to pay for the parking.
you guys are making a lot more
And
money
the
than us.
toll.
It looks like
That's
a
true.
lot more money.
That's true.
Baruch Hashem, we don't have the most views yet, but we have the most sponsors of any From podcast.
Is that true?
We were like 7, 8. It's crazy.
If you look at him, you have a question.
Yeah.
You have
I'll
one
buy anything
conversation
from this man.
exactly.
I will literally buy anything from you right now. You could tell me anything you want.
Baruch Hashem, our views are going more and more and more, and thanks for bringing us on. One thing I want to say, well, also, for podcasts, if you guys, everyone should start a podcast. If you do it, what I thought when I started, I think if we become really popular, people just be banging the phones wanting to be sponsors. I hate to break it to you, we're getting more and more popular. We worked for most of our sponsors. We called, we bugged, we nudged. A lot of them are fans already, and it worked out well. And Baruch Hashem, a little lately, things are coming in inbound. We really hustle for them. So if you're going to do a podcast, do hustle. You need to hustle. I asked Zev Brenner. You know Zev Brenner, the
sure.
legend, the Jewish
Of course.
radio. I said, Zev, when you're at your peak, when there was no other entertainment in the world besides Motzei Shabbos with Zev Brenner, Nachum Siegel, with a country Yossi back in those days, I don't know if that passes your head. Did you still have to hustle for sales? He said, yes, I still have to hustle. I was shocked. I thought it would just all come inbound. So you guys should all start podcasts, compete with us, because everyone has their own flavor. Everyone has their own originality that no one else has.
The real trick is the consistency. That's the hardest thing. How many episodes do you guys have right now?
36.
Kanai Nahar, that's a good number.
We never, ever missed a week.
That's beautiful, but that's what you have to do. And at some point, you will experience the burnout. And at some point, you'll be like, I don't want to continue. And then that's your job. You know, he'll be on top of the mountain, and you'll be down in the valley, and you got to just pull him up, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how it goes.
It takes over your life. It does
Yes.
take over your life
It
to
does.
put out a consistent podcast.
Yes.
But they don't have guests. They have the easiest part.
No, we do have. You guys
You're
are
less
guests.
than 10%. You don't
Yes.
have to chase.
No, so we
Yes,
always
but it's still
have
very
guests.
hard. We're going towards 300 episodes. And
For us, the hardest part, it's easier to get sponsors than to get guests.
Really?
wow.
Not only that, having so many sponsors is what puts the pressure on because we got to produce content.
Right,
They're
right.
paying for it already.
Right.
So it's a motivation, but it's crazy. Sponsors, like,
Yeah, that's why, by the way, you got to hand it to the lingers and to meaningful people because that is a grind.
Yeah,
Getting a
it's a
guest every single week, week in, week out, that's a
There's
grind.
only that many hostages.
Exactly right. And you know what? In the Jewish world, there's only that many meaningful people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how much, it's a finite number. You know what I mean?
They're going to have to open up the door of who's meaningful.
Right. At some point, the shamish in the shul is just going to have to get interviewed. It's just how it is.
but they can be interesting too.
Yeah, no
This week
question.
I
Everybody
interviewed-
has a story.
This week I interviewed for my ex everyday. Interviewed the owner of Bagel Hole, Heshi Overlander.
Okay.
Great bagels. Great
Interesting.
bagels.
Yeah.
And then I interviewed the owner of Amnon's Pizza.
Oh.
Now, it wasn't strategic. I happened to be in the area. They're legendary
Yeah, they are.
retailers in the
Yes.
Frum community.
Yes.
He's been around bagels 40 years, and Amnon's over 60, 70 years. I
Wow.
didn't realize he's a Yemenite guy.
Wow.
Yeah, the most successful
Interesting.
pizza store in Borough Park is a Yemen guy. So,
Wow.
Who would,
Amazing.
But if I ever give up podcasting, I'm definitely going to start selling shadels. My wife just sent me a picture of a new shadel. She asked me if I like it. My credit card doesn't like it.
The
markup on
numbers
shekels are
are
insane.
insane.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. Okay, well, now that you mentioned the parking, we could probably be hanging out here and hawking all night, but we do unfortunately have to end the podcast at some point. But we want to thank you both for joining us. This was a lot of fun. We really could have continued doing this for a long time. But, I mean, we hope you guys have tremendous hatzlacha. It seems like you are already, but you should continue to grow, entertain the people, bringing kosher entertainment, which is what we're about as well, because we need Klal Yisrael needs options. They need kosher entertainment. There's a void, and you guys are filling it, which is great. So I say yeshkayach to you.
Thank
you
you
think
so
you guys
much.
get us on 24/6? I hear you have some pull.
We'll give you the right people to talk to.
No, we want you to talk for us.
They're not going to help us because then we're going to be number one.
That's true. Now I see. Okay, now I understand why. I'm not that smart, Clappy. That's where he fills in.
Anyway, guys, really always a pleasure. Clappy and Moish Frank, you guys are legends, really. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
And we thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to join the WhatsApp group. You can do that either from the show notes or visit us at kiddishclubpodcast.com. Follow us on X, follow us on Instagram, and don't forget to support the cast by visiting buymeacoffee.com/kiddishclub. Show your support for the cast, and until next time, Kiddish Club out.
And this episode is copyright Kiddish Club Media.